G'day, ZiggyD here. The NDA for Magic Arena closed beta has been lifted, and in this video I'll give you guys a first look at how the game is shaping up. Disclosure first though, I've had an ongoing series of sponsorships for Magic which could colour my opinions, especially since I've gotten to go to a number of cool Magic events like Pro Tour for example, that have helped me really fall in love with the paper game. Nonetheless, any opinions are my own, and I'll do my best to give you guys an accurate look at the game. The beta for Magic Arena is a true beta currently. The game is fairly bare bones in terms of features right now. For example, it doesn't even have like a friends list implemented yet. So at the moment it's got ranked constructed in single match format, and then it's got the skeletal structure of a free-to-play economy in terms of card acquisition, deck building, and pack openings. You currently cannot spend any money to buy packs in the beta, so I'll be talking only about the pure gameplay and how card acquisition is shaping up so far in a purely free-to-play economy. So first things first, the gameplay. This is Magic the Gathering, almost 100% fully accurate to the real-world game, with all of its rules intact. It also has full control over priority passing, and the nuances of how the game plays out are as they should be. So for those that were disappointed by the simplified and stripped down experience that Magic Duels offered, then this is a vast improvement. The game plays really well, with full control available for playing instant spells at precise times, 100% priority passing control on a toggle switch, and the ability to set specific priority pauses. To test the system out, I've played a bunch of blue-black control, and you can do everything you'd want to do, including not giving away any info on your hand, by disabling automatic priority passing if you desire. And when you want to make less technical plays, you just bashing out a bunch of creatures for an aggro deck, then this game does a good job of speeding things up to make games faster than paper Magic, and much faster than older digital versions of the game like Magic the Gathering Online. There are some issues that need to be smoothed out though. Auto land tapping will currently often tap your islands first, which can screw you if you're planning on keeping that land open for playing counterspells for example. And it will prioritize using basic lands first, which is not always ideal. However, you can disable auto mana tapping, or you can just manually tap lands yourself before casting a spell to avoid any issues. You just have to remember to actually do so, which I often forget. I've ran into some other small issues, but I spoke to a QA lead for the game and they said that they have plans to fix the ones that I had encountered and mentioned, so it seems likely that the game will be very smooth to play by the time it hits open beta. One criticism though is that the game takes some time to learn how to navigate and control the UI. Currently there's no tutorial system, and I hope they implement one by the time the game launches. It's also just worth mentioning that it's a really fun version of Magic to play. I've been playing 5 games a day, plus probably, since the beta lifted off stream just because I've been really enjoying it. The controls, playing cards, and even running your mouse cursor over the cards, you know, like real life flicking your cards, which annoys people. It all feels good to do. At least in this, when you flick your cursor over the cards, it doesn't really annoy your opponent. So in terms of formats, as I mentioned right now, there is only ranked constructed best of 1 games in the beta. But the game will be getting limited formats such as drafting, though I don't know about sealed yet. Recent announcements about the new Brawl mode that Wizards is supporting also strongly suggest that it will be coming to the game as well. This is similar to Commander aka EDH if you've ever played that, which is pretty exciting to hear. I think it would be a nice addition to a game like this. As such, Arena could be a replacement for MTGO for many players interested in mainly drafting, constructed or casual play. However, there likely won't be support for legacy versions of the game, Eternal and so on, Pauper, or any other more niche game modes. So players interested in those will still be playing MTGO, or of course Paper Magic. In terms of what cards will be included, at last word it seems like we'll be getting all of Standard and any sets moving forward, with the possibility of sets reaching back to Shadows of Innistrad, though I can't find any solid confirmation on that last part. I really hope so, I love that block. And finally, let's talk about the game's economy and acquisition of cards. The economy of Magic Arena is still undergoing changes and will likely be changing a lot by release, but I think this video is a good chance to air my opinions about how it stands right now. All of the regular stuff is there that you'd expect from a free-to-play digital card game. Daily quests for gold, bonus gold for the first few wins of each day, and a bonus booster pack every 5 wins up to a total of 3 boosters a week. All of this maths out to a bit over a booster pack a day averaged across the week. You also get single cards every win as a little bonus. The single card thing though, in my opinion, feels kind of meh because getting a common card for winning a game is entirely forgettable, though you do sometimes get rare cards. I just think the single card thing could be removed and rolled into just giving us gold for every win instead, because opening packs is far more exciting than getting single cards. Now beyond these basics is where the game starts to diverge from other games. There is no dusting system in the game. Instead, as you open packs and get duplicates, the vault fills up, and once it reaches 100%, you can open it. Inside is a random mythic and a random rare card, and several wild cards. I'll get into the wild card system in a moment. The vault is fun, and an interesting way to deal with the duplicate system, but it feels slowly. I've only opened it once so far. Right now you'll be opening it once every 2 to 3 weeks on average. Wild cards, however, are my favourite part of the system. You get wild cards from the vault and randomly when you open packs in place of a regular card. A wild card can be crafted into any card of the same rarity as the wild card, from any set. This means if you open an Ixalan booster pack and get a mythic wild card, you can craft the Scarab God from Hour of Devastation if you want. This feels very rewarding and a nice deterministic way to work your way towards decks that you want to play. Oh my god, that's my second mythic. Alright, and I think I'll have Kumana. I think I'll make a Kumana. Let's burn our mythic wildcard. Let's do it. I'm doing it. I'm burning it for merfolk. Bam! Kumana. In you go. In the deck. Based on a supposed pity time, you should expect to get mythic wildcard at worst every 20 booster packs, and my experiences support a better number than that, and so far from what I've heard from other people, kind of the same deal. So the vault is fun, I love the wildcard system, and the dailies seem reasonable enough, but right now everything is a bit too conservative from what I'd like to see out of a free-to-play Magic Arena. What I would think to be fair for the game is for a skilled free-to-player to be able to complete a tier 1 competitive deck with a month of 5 to 10 games a day. Right now it's going to take a good while longer than that to do so. It's worth mentioning though that there is planned to be events that'll include rewards, and that's not currently the game, so we can't really evaluate in that context. It's possible that these rewards could make up the gap and solve the collection building problem by providing skilled players a way to build things up faster. Though under the current system, they will have to be quite generous. I think it's entirely reasonable to expect players to want to spend money acquiring cards in a game like this, but for a healthy game there needs to be competition from free-to-players that can build decks before they rotate out of the current standard meta. I think the game can get there, with a few tweaks to the economy and with a solid event system, and if it does so, Magic the Gathering Arena is going to be super fun and a regular game that I boot up. If you've been playing the beta and have any thoughts to share, please do so in the comments below, and if you have any questions about my experiences so far, also feel free to ask. That's it for now, I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.